Hello, hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. And the next 2 weeks are crucial. Okay, so we have a list of things that we need to do. Let's start straight away. Yeah, right, 2 weeks. I think next 2 weeks is kind of common thing that most of your countries already mentioned to you in these troubling times. So I'm just gonna go and start on the project that we already that I kind of decided to go for. We're gonna stop this. We're not gonna have a chemical. We're not gonna have gas produced out of wood. It just takes too much wood. I'm gonna talk about it in a second, but we need to start with this. So I wanted to just do a couple of things. First of all, we need livestock exports. So we have a better way of exporting livestock, and that's through the livestock trucks. Problem. These livestock trucks, this is an interesting fact. These are the 4-ton trucks. We're gonna take 3 of them. You can't find them anywhere. If you select any of these things, you can't find them. At least I couldn't. You can only find them if you go for all vehicles and scroll all the way to the gas section where you have all the gas vehicles, and then you can choose your proper respectable vehicle that you want to have here. So there we go. This is the one that these are the ones that we're gonna go for. They have capacity of 4 tons, and I think they are the best choice in this case. So what we're gonna do now, first of all, I will stop some of the vehicles going back to the to export this livestock because we're gonna need them elsewhere. Let me just see if we have any more trucks coming in here. This one is already filling up, so that's fine. And we have the second livestock truck because 2 of them out of 5 I'm gonna need in the new distribution office. So that's fine, we can slowly start, I believe. So let's go and create a new line. A new line, we cannot use the existing line because the existing line already has trucks assigned to it. So we won't be able to assign trucks with a different storage abilities, and they have to be same. Even though they're going to be transporting the same stuff, they still have to be in a different line. So we're going to go for livestock export. There we go, livestock export, and we're gonna save this one. Okay, that's it. That's good enough for us. Let me see if we have cheat mode on. Yes, we have line spacing on. This is the only one we're using. I don't think that it actually works in industrial settings. It only works, at least I think, only with the buses, but I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on it. Okay, we're gonna get the second line straight away. That's gonna be our food exports, and we're gonna need this food factory working. So I'm gonna go for food exports. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna go here. Save it, yes, that's gonna be food export. There we go, food export. And this is okay, and right, we're gonna need trucks for this. Trucks are these. There we go. One of them is over here. The second one is... we need to stop if he's going close to here, because the trucks that we're gonna be using are the ones that are already assigned to the livestock export route, like this one, and obviously this one. What about this one that is already there? Oh, that one too? Okay, that's interesting. How many of them do we have? We have here... So, this is the custom line. Oh, we have a couple of custom lines. Interesting. We have food exports, so let's remove a couple of these custom lines that don't have anything assigned to them. So, these 2 custom lines are... no. Just a second. No. Accept change. What the hell did I do here? Oh, right, this is Galask industrial. This is our industrial bus that goes towards Galask. And did we change anything here? No, I don't think so. I think it's all fine. Okay, these trucks, this is livestock exports, go here as well. And let's see if we have our food exports here. We probably do, but we still don't have food. Right, pause for a second. Again, we have our harvesters coming out. We have a little bit of a problem with the... This is also what I noticed. I forgot to assign these fields to the to the distribution office. This is fine. We're gonna make this work real easy. But there's another thing I would like to show you. There's a trick. So, first of all, I'm gonna get 2 vehicles from here, because I don't think we're gonna need more than 12 of them for the whole... Oh, no, you need to go to this one, and then we have this one, and you need to go here. I think they're gonna have question marks over their heads, because... Oh, right, no. We need to start upgrading... Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the fields. Fields for farming, they're assigned how you want them seeded, and they're gonna be harvested how they're seeded, or they're gonna be harvested how fast they grow. So it's in your best interest to have smaller fields seeded first, so the harvest can start on the smaller fields while the big fields are still ripening. So that's all well and good, it's understandable. But for the distribution office, there are better ways. So why is that? Pick the closest fields to your silo first, because they're gonna take more routes delivering stuff from there. So these 6 fields, for example, these are the most important, or 9 fields, the most important from this farm. And then these. Don't worry, they will start straight away on the fields that are already harvested. They're just gonna start on the fields that are being harvested closer to the farm first, so you're gonna save a little bit more crops. And also, we are running 18 field farm, yes, 18 field farm, yes, and distribution office as well, 18 fields, plus the 19th field is gonna be the cargo station, but we can do 20 at one. We can actually overlap and help this farm out a little bit. So what we're gonna do here is just assign the cargo station and tell them to unload all the crops over here, and they're gonna know that this is already crops selected, so they're gonna be delivering it here, and it's 90%. That's perfect. The same thing we're gonna do for the other farm, if I remember. If I don't, it's not gonna be ideal, but it's gonna be good anyway. So this is it, and now we have to do 2 things here. Quickly, this is what I need to do before we continue. We need to upgrade some of the paths here, because it's a mess around here. So let's try to upgrade some of the paths that are longer ones, and they're gonna have easier access to. So I'm thinking about these. These 3 can have access straight away, these 2 from this side through town, and this one is the fast lane here to our industrial neighborhood, so this should work fine. Unfortunately, our transport trucks won't be able to get to the distribution office now, so we're gonna have to just create additional path for them, which is gonna be just all the way around. Which is not a problem, because I wanted to make these paths anyway. Okay, that's it. That's farm-wise. We're gonna revise the fields from this farm as well, but it's not necessary now, because they already planted everything, and harvesting is gonna start on the fields that are first grown, and not that what you assigned. Well, it will what you assigned, but also it's gonna be the ones that are already grown. Next thing we need to do, we canceled log storage. We need to assign all fields to distribution office. This is what I did. Upgrade some gravel roads to the second farm. This is what we're gonna upgrade before the harvest, hopefully. Buy gas livestock trucks, 3 of them. This is what we did as well, and we already set them to, well, go. And what else? So we have these food ones. Food ones are still not on the way. That's perfect, because I don't want them to go before we start getting crops in here. Continuing on, food exports is assigned. We have food being almost produced here. We need to assign this little truck over here. Come on, you son of a gun. Okay. There we go. This truck from here is gonna have to go and get their food from our food factory now. We have a food freaking factory. Okay, so our own. And you're gonna wait until loaded, and you need to load bread, that's fine, or food. Next thing we need to do is that's a direct food supply to our shops. We need to upgrade gravel roads to the quarry. That means these roads here, but that's gonna be later. We have to upgrade the roads and paths in town. Again, this is priority, these roads, until they are done. We're not doing anything else. And potentially we might have to have a bigger food truck here, but this shop is quite small, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So for now, as far as I see, I think we're done. I think we are done. So this one, livestock export, can go here, and we can assign the Seriously. Food export, right, this one is not assigned to anybody. 1, 2, and 3. We won't start food exports until we are done. This is, I have no idea what this line is, but let's remove it just in case. And we have livestock exports. I will be leaving this one active because during the winter time when the roads are bad, we're still gonna be producing a lot of food and livestock, and we're still gonna need you know, to transport a little bit more of the animals or food to the border. So I might assign some of these distribution office trucks to carry goods to the border, because it's gonna be slower in the winter. That's it. I think that's it. I think we can slowly start planning for the future. I have a question, a big one for you guys, so please think about this and let me know what you think in a comment section. All options are on the table. Mine is final decision. It's gonna be a tricky one. Do you want me... This town is gonna be expanded soon. Probably not in this episode, but soon. Do you want me to continue in the same style? We have two different types of these buildings. Closer to our industrial neighborhoods, I'm gonna put smaller buildings with more population, with a less living condition, or worse living conditions, because I don't know, let's call it temporary homes, because they might be affected by the pollution and stuff. But on the other hand, elsewhere, especially in this area, we have luxury houses that... luxury wooden houses. So this is only one type of house that we have. We have two additional types. That would be in the residential area, and then we have the... here we go. So we have these bunk bed houses for 15 people. They're extremely small, but 15 people on this small space, it's obviously workers' houses. We have these big houses that you can see here, and I call this a little bit luxury because it's a smaller house, less people. Still looks cramped, but living conditions or quality of flats are a little bit higher. So I was thinking of more luxurious apartments or houses here. By the way, we're gonna be developing this part of town quite, and we're gonna be building bus or something else, maybe even a train station around here, so bear that in mind. This is all covered by heating plant, heat exchangers, so we are perfectly fine expanding a while. Like, all of this is gonna be covered. Electricity is a different animal, but this is why I have this switch here, so we can have additional electricity hoses going to different parts of town. We'll see how that's gonna work. Okay, I think that was a mouthful, and quite a plan, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. So, gravel levels. Let's talk about that. We are doing fine. I'm not cheapskating on gravel. I'm not avoiding putting roads anywhere. I don't think we need them at the moment. So, sorry, we need them, but we can't do it because we only have... I only realized this recently, how small of a window. I knew that we have only 2 windows a year when we can upgrade the roads. That would be when we cannot. We cannot upgrade the roads during the sowing season, and we cannot upgrade the roads during harvest season, and it was too small of a window, and I probably should have focused mostly on upgrading the roads during those windows, but unfortunately I am not the sharpest tool in the shed, and only came to this realization recently. Couple of other things we're gonna have to focus on. Oh, here we go, food is being produced. Let's go quickly, or as my missus would say, szybko. That means quickly in Polish, I believe so. Anyway, or a swear word, I'm not really sure, but I'm not fluent in Polish. Coffee time. Stop. Hammer time. Okay, additional thing that we're gonna have expense now is we send a request to a Soviet Union. We're not really sure if it's gonna be accepted or not, but we need assistance. Buses. Everything we can handle with the small trucks that we are allowed to have, but the buses are a tricky ones because this industrial zone is growing, and I will be buying more buses right now. But I'm not sure if this is a solution for a future. So what I'm gonna do is just assign a couple of more buses here, because currently we have 50 workers here, we need 30 workers here, we need 7 workers here, and 10-ish workers, or let's see, 3 here, and anything else needs, yeah, this one here. So 11 and 7, 18, 50, that would be 68, and additional 30, that would be 98 people work permanently in this zone. We have 7 buses at the moment assigned here. 7 buses would be 70 plus 14, 84 people transported constantly here, so I bet at least 10 buses are gonna need it, these buses, which is not a problem. We can deal with that, but it's not sustainable for the future. So yeah, okay. There's a lot of amazing plans I have. Oh, right. Another thing I forgot to say and do is this one is stuck. This road vehicle here is stuck for a year now, and it's not a problem. Let him be here because it's not bothering this truck delivering food for some reason. But let me see if I can do this. Can I go Control and H? No, I cannot send it home, even though I told him to go to the depot. It's just stuck. I'm just gonna have to sell it. If you have any other solution to this, please say it. But he also stuck to snow plows here, so this was the big problem. It's unstuck now, but we lost 2,000 rubles of electronics in there. It's not like we will probably just give it to people anyway. We lost the truck, or difference from the truck price to what's the new truck gonna cost, but we don't have any need for these kind of trucks anyway, so maybe it's for the best. Okay, second quarry. We have one quarry. You can see that the trucks are already waiting here, so this is not ideal situation. Second quarry will be open soon, but also I would like to have the second gravel road set up here. We have a big mission in front of ourselves. We need to collect money for at least 12 of these trucks. That's additional 7 trucks that need to pick up the crops from here. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be difficult. This is gonna take a while for us to collect all this money. At the moment, I think I'm gonna focus on another bus because we need that more than anything else. I will be assigning this bus to the bus route. I think we're gonna be okay with this amount of buses, but from now on I'm gonna be investing in covered hull trucks. Not only that we need, so this is the chicken and the egg problem. Do you buy more buses to produce more food? Do you buy more trucks to export that food or livestock? Or do you buy more trucks to deliver crops from the fields? You might say fields. Yes, it's a logical choice, but if you have more workers and more trucks exporting your crop, you will have more money to buy trucks. So it's I don't know what the fine line is. I don't know what's the best choice, but this is the choice we have. Like I said, we have 6.7 tons of gravel required here, 1 truckload of gravel over here. Let's see, this one is 4.5 tons. It could be either or, so I'm not really sure where this one is going. I'm hoping for here, but no. I'm hoping for here so they can at least finish something, and then we have some people working. No, yeah, they delivered people, but we need gravel. The gravel is not a problem. We have 30 tons of gravel, which is more than enough to finish this, so no problem there. And this is what I was talking about now. We're gonna I talked about that we have a lot of these trucks. They're going to these fields that are already here, so we're gonna let them do the voodoo that they do so well. But you're gonna see as soon as this convoy here, they're not even gonna pick this up, they're gonna leave it on the fields. As soon as this convoy is back, as soon as our harvesters start harvesting these fields, and these 9 fields over here, you will see that probably in the farm I should have assigned these 6 fields as next ones, or 6 out of these 9 fields as next thing to be sown, and then we would have these ripening faster. Yeah, that would be even more micromanagement and even better. So what am I saying? Is that if you're gonna assign these trucks to pick up, it's better to have first small fields and then fields closest to your silos to be planted, so you can faster go shorter distance and pick up all the stuff from the fields and save more crops. At least I think that's the best option. Hit the comment section, let me know your opinion on that. But this is a game for micromanagement, and what the hell, we're micromanaging. Right, this is just in time. This is next to perfect. Unfortunately, we can't really buy any more vehicles because each one of these covered hulls, they cost 7,700, and we can't really be left with 200 rubles here, because if electricity stops flowing, guess what? These two factories don't work anymore. So we don't have any big projects on our hands, like something that's gonna make the steel truck go to the border. We're only gonna do gravel upgrades, and let's do that right now. So we have gravel upgrades. I will not upgrade this main road here because they are using it. If I do, they're gonna have a lot of muddy roads everywhere else. What we need to start doing is these projects here. Let's finish these projects in town. First, pathways. I think everybody's sick and tired of me not finishing these, so what the hell, let's just go for it. So I'm gonna go this one, and then this one, and then these three. I don't really care, we'll just upgrade all of it. And then this, it's not mess, but this a little bit cluster here. I can do this. I can do it like this. And then this, all of them should have access to the paths. This one, and this one, and this one, and this, yes, this one. So they have bypasses to the kindergarten and everywhere else. Talking about kindergarten, that's something we're gonna have to upgrade as well. Get another kindergarten. So let's go with this one, and yeah, let's leave this one alone. We're gonna go the last batch, well, soon enough. Well, I'm kind of hoping that they can pass everywhere, but I'm pretty sure they will. They are. Okay, the next stop would be to upgrade some of the paths going to the city and out of the city. The only thing that I want to upgrade here is just the main paths. It's these mud roads going to a bus stop, to, well, shop is, yeah, this city is not final. I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'm thinking about railroads, and I'm thinking about railroads fast. I did a little bit of calculations, and we can get over 30,000 a month, 30,000 a month by exporting this, and that would be year round. So year round we would have 30,000 a month export. That's 360,000 rubles a year, and probably with this setup, and it will be constant. So that's not a small amount of money. Of course, we're gonna focus on some other things like fuel and steel production soon, quite soon. You won't believe how soon. But initially, let's just stop people coming here, because this is not gonna work. Can we focus on this? Okay, so yes, having your own fuel, having your own fuel from wood, that would be perfect, but the factory is not, the factory is efficient, but this is not efficient. This can have only 3 trucks, it's gonna cost additional 3 trucks, and then it's gonna deliver less than 10% of what we need for fuel production, and that's gonna be less than 1 ton of fuel a day for this. And we have a problem, Houston. Yes, some of my projects that I started didn't work out well, because I started on a road, probably this one or something like that, and they don't have access to it. No, it's definitely this one. There we go. There we go, question mark is gone. Yeah, I blocked a little bit. I shouldn't have built this pad. That doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Who cares? We're gonna upgrade the rest of it as soon as this is done, and this is gonna be done in seconds. You can see that most of the other pads that we assigned, it's already done. This is gonna be all done in hopefully like seconds. So that's gonna be a good thing. And then we're gonna continue. Upgrading. Maybe even town. Right, so what do we do with the wood here? What do we do with the wood? Wood is a problematic thing, because we can't really do, well, we can do a lot with it, but it's going to require a lot of infrastructure, and the returns won't be that much. So okay, let's discuss it. We can start making bricks. This is definitely on the table, but what we're going to do with the bricks? I mean, we're not building, how many bricks did we use so far? By the way, we're going to start using many more bricks, because the projects that I have in plan, I think they're gonna require a lot of bricks. But let's see how much did we use so far for our imports. So let's say boards, 9,000 rubles. I think this was more expensive than that. So we already like 600 tons. Of course, that's a lot of boards. Next thing, of course, steel and fuel are a big thing that I'm trying to tackle, but it's not going to be that simple. So we have bricks. Bricks are 13,000. This is a little bit more, which we can definitely focus on. So what was my plan with this? Let's see how much we paid for this woodcutting post. We paid about Okay, 3,000, 4,000 rubles. We have a small modded sawmill that I'm really interested in, but we'll see if this is gonna be a thing, if this is gonna be a good option for us. Right. Sawmill. I think I saw it somewhere. Tiny sawmill or something like that. Let me just real quickly go through these. I'm removing some of the mods from here because we can't find our way around here at all. But a lot of these mods I really like and I want to keep. We'll see how that's gonna work out. Right. I'm lost. It was somewhere around here and it was like 25 tons a day production. Not really sure who made it. I'm missing it. It's probably just over here somewhere. So we have... I probably missed it. Who knows? But there's a tiny, small sawmill. Of course, here it is. So this is carpenter's workshed. This is what I wanted to do. We can put it in any direction. It can fit around here. We have enough space. How much would you cost? You would cost 4,000, a little bit more than this, and 25,000 ton of wood a day. It's again, it's not about the wood issue, it's about supply of logs, not about board issue, but supply of logs, and we can do this carpeted shed, and then we can have a storage for the logs next to it. This is what I'm thinking about. This is what we can do. That would cost some additional money. Son of a... Come on. We need to buy trucks. We need to buy covered hull trucks. Let's go for another one and another one. Yeah, we need as many as possible of those because we're gonna need a lot of crops transported through our rough, muddy terrains. How many crops do you have? I'm wondering what's the maximum capacity of this field. I would say third of this. This is around 300. They had 305 at one point. Maximum production of these fields. I would assume that this is around 100 tons because it's a smaller, like third the size of the big ones. But anyway, yes, let me demonstrate what I wanted to show you. So these fields still have crops on it, and it's more than a truckload of crops. But there's no more trucks coming here. There's this one. Which one are you going for? Big field. Yeah, so this is going to a big field, but there's no more trucks coming here, even though there's crops here. Why? Because these fields are higher on their list, which is exactly what we want. Let me just check this. You can see that we have a little bit of an issue with having too much food here. Livestock is fine. So this is an additional thing that we should consider, is buying additional export truck for food, because we're gonna need that food exported. It's additional money. Something to consider. So what I wanted to say, that all these trucks, or most of these trucks, are going to these fields, picking up stuff from these fields because they're higher on a priority list over here than these small fields. I mean, you're gonna see probably one of the last things they're gonna do is pick this up. Okay, what I didn't do here is what I forgot to do here. I will just pause this for a second. Road cargo station first, that's fine, and then big fields. I'm gonna leave small fields alone, or medium fields alone, because actually no, let's remove all of them, and hopefully this isn't gonna cause any issues with us. What I wanted to do is the same thing, assign the priorities to the fields. I'm gonna show you. It's the closest to the silo. That means as soon, at least the theory is, as soon as these closest to the silo fields are harvested, they will be picked up first rather than the further ones. So we're gonna be saving a little bit more crops than not. So then I probably these three and then these two in the end. I think this is all. I can assign additional field, you know, as a goodwill gesture for this distribution office to start helping out with this. But there's no point because, first of all, I think they're gonna finish in time picking everything up, and second of all, I think it's extreme priority that we start on these fields first. Okay, that was a mouthful, so I'm gonna wet my whistle. Coffee. Okay, half an hour into this episode, and we are doing fine. I think financially we're gonna be okay. What we're gonna have to focus on, I'm even thinking, we're gonna have to focus on upgrading a lot of roads. Yes, we sped this up a lot, so let me continue upgrading these paths everywhere. So this one, let's go for this one, and then for this one, and this one, and this one. And I think I'm just gonna stop saying this one and upgrade all of them. There we go. Okay, any missing here? This one? There we go. That's more or less how the paths around the city should look like. Okay, moving on. Let's upgrade. Yes, so public transport system. I'm thinking about trains as well. I think it's not far-fetched because we are done with our basics of our economy. Basics would be exporting of livestock and food, and I'm thinking that it's gonna bring us more than 30,000 rubles a month. That's 360 times 12, that will be 360,000 rubles a year with current production. And this is, let's say, infinite. Like, we're gonna have harvest, we're gonna have, unfortunately we don't have weather events affecting fields and farming, which probably should be a more realistic thing to have, just for the sake of it. You can see that food exports are not ideal, that we should have more trucks assigned to this because they're not picking all the food up. We should have another food export truck. We have a lot of those trucks going to the border. Come on. Yeah, good. Luckily, I didn't buy a truck. I wanted to buy it, but I don't know if we had even money for it. But I'm gonna wait for a few seconds just so we can export a little bit more, so we can. We're gonna play it safe. Why is this not full? 3.9 tons of this. They have. Yeah, wait until full. Okay, this is one of those weird things that previously happened, and I don't know if this is ever going to be fixed or not, but I'm not sure if this is due to mod or the game, but you know that sometimes they don't fill it up. Sometimes they used to not fill up all the way to 100%. This was fixed, but not for these trucks for some reason. Let me check this out. We're gonna go and 4 tons. This one has 4 tons. And we have another one here. This one has again 4 tons. That was maybe one-off or something weird happening. But yeah, we need additional truck here, and I would like to just pause this. Food. Oh, we have a problem. I think we have a big problem here. I just noticed something. We have a problem. Food exports. I didn't set it up properly. So I have a feeling that we weren't exporting actual food, we were exporting crops. That's fine. We noticed it just in time, so we're gonna go and assign this and wait until unloaded. This is the reason why I prefer, and I always say to you guys, just assign what you need to export, because it's gonna be pain in the rear end to export it later. Oh, the only problem is with this food exports, if we had a truck already going to the border that is full of something that is not food, like this one here, this might be problem telling them, bollocks. Let's find this truck again. This is the truck, let's assign you back in the queue, and here, and don't select this, just export anything. Initially, it's gonna make them empty in a few seconds, and then I'm gonna tell them to, do the specific thing. But yeah, I was exporting crops and livestock, which is not as profitable if they did what I told them to. But it's not a problem. Even if they did export a little bit, it shouldn't affect us that badly. Okay, so we have these livestock being exported, that's fine. This is probably the reason why we didn't have all the food exports all the time. So, let's see, are you food? You're not food. This is livestock, this is not food. I'm looking at the food trucks, I'm gonna monitor them a bit and see how they go, and unfortunately we have to buy a truck, so food exports will not get a truck. It's gonna be the distribution office here for more crops. That's what you get when you start export. When you're stupid enough to start exporting crops rather than actual food that you're supposed to do. Okay, food exports. I think we should be clean now, so they should be only exporting food. Food is smoking. That's fine. Perfect. Okay, let's see. They should have upgraded all of this, and you can see that all the paths are upgraded, so we are fine. We are perfectly fine. I'm gonna start on upgrading some of the main paths. Yes, public transport. Public transport, I was thinking about that. Even the railroads, even the electrical, maybe even trams. We're gonna have another industrial zone around here. We already spoken that we have a small mine, coal deposit here, and we have a couple of nice small mods, the small mine mods, which have like miserable amounts, like a few tons of coal ore, but it would be more than enough for this tiny setup that we can have with coal processing and steel production, and it would be affordable. It's something that we can afford. So this is why I'm still thinking about, do I invest in the construction industry? We can actually see that. Let's check it out. So this construction industry that I was talking about will require a couple of trucks, more than a couple, well, couple of trucks. Well, three trucks for logging here, another 2 trucks, another 1 or 2 trucks for transporting logs. So this one would be, we can have another 4,000 rubles. So this would be for, let's say, board production. So board would be produced like this. We have a factory, and we said it's all the way in the end here. Let's find it. We have this one here. It's a tiny shed. Let's see how much it costs with money. So this is tiny shed, and it requires boards, wood to create boards, and it's quite efficient. I like it. And this is 99% we're gonna go for this, and right here. Not now though. Maybe we can start. I don't know. Why the hell not? But yeah, it's not that expensive. It's even cheaper than a single. My worry is now, if we start on any of this stuff here, if we end up importing like full truckload of steel or something, that could cost us much more than we expect. But you know what? Let's chance it. Let's do this, and let's start on construction of this. And next to it, we're gonna have a small storage area for all the boards that they're gonna produce. That means straight away I'm gonna have to buy additional truck. That would be a logging truck. I'm gonna go for the cheapest version. That's gas over here. It has smaller capacity. This is of 2 V3S and gas, but it only has half a ton or 1 ton less. This one has 3.5. This one has 4.5. Yeah, it has. It's more cheap than its lesser capacity. So I'm gonna go for this one. Okay, I'm gonna give them a little bit of people because I don't think we need full aspect of workforce here. So only like 5 of them would be more than enough. And then we need a storage next to it, which we're gonna wait for because maybe we don't need the storage. I can assign one of these trucks, well, one truck that is delivering boards, directly to wait until it's full and then deliver boards over here. Okay, the next thing would be creating bricks. We have several of those. Now, I'm not gonna focus on coal producing bricks because coal is gonna be needed for steel industries, and we're gonna start small steel industries. You'll see. Let's see in mods. So, how can we produce bricks? So, let's see. We have something small. Here we go. This is brick firing kiln. This one requires 7.5 tons of wood a day to produce 3 tons of bricks. That's interesting, but I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to sustain this because 7.5 tons, like I said, with fuel production, we had closer to 3 to 4 tons rather than 7.5, and plus we have chopper here, so it's not going to be. It's probably gonna require a second forestry. And this is the problem, because once we start doing this, this one produces from 2.5 tons of coal, 3 tons of bricks, and we have also. So sorry, let me explain. We can do it here with this kind of wood and stuff. So the problem is we have this one wood cutting post. I want to stick to that, and that's it. I don't want to have another wood cutting posts all over the place just to, deforest the whole area. It's not about forestry. It's about limiting yourself. Once you have a forest, you need to, you need to work on it. You need to plant it. You need to mind it, and that's kind of something that I don't want to really do. And I don't want to be, playing settlers or something, just have wood cutting posts every 30 meters, just cutting the hell out of the place. We have wood, we have what we can produce from wood, and let's stick to that. We need boards, let's stick to boards. Yes, we can do a little bit of coal. I would rather be doing coal mining, and we will, but another few wood cutting posts, maybe it's not something that I would like to do. But like I said, it's maybe, not really 100% sure. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we can create another wood cutting post quite close to here, and when we expand this town, they will be able to walk to work here, and it's not gonna be taking a lot of area and space. So this is my train of thought. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Is this a stupid idea, or is it? Am I the smartest guy in the world? I think this is the second, obviously. Not even close. How are we doing with food? Food looks like it's more stable. The livestock here, I can see that it's kind of getting full. So getting a fourth livestock truck, I don't know. Let's go for another one of you just in case, and I'm gonna explore the option of another livestock truck. Let's see, what do you have here? No gas vehicles, and this is coming to a limit. There's a gas vehicle coming in, but it's gonna be 100% full for a second before the vehicle is here. Yeah, we could use a next one. How much did we say that they cost? They are all the way in the end, I believe. No, the second page to the end. Here we go. This is the 2.6. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this. We need this additional export. So let's copy paste on this one, and off you go. By the way, I don't think this price for this vehicle is GT price, because this is a really old vehicle from, I don't know, 45 or something like that, and there's no other use for it. It's only gonna be that. Like, oh, these cover hulls, open hulls, I can shift them around, but this one is 56 actually, it's not that early. This one is what it is. It's gonna stay like that forever. You can just sell it. But I think we're gonna have at least those 4 vehicles constantly working here, unless we start our own slaughterhouses, and if we need more meats, and that means that we're gonna have to export something else. Right, like I said initially, you can see these fields being still full of crops, and I said that they are now lower at the priority levels than they were before, because we assigned these fields to be at higher priority than these fields. So this is what they're doing now, and I'm actually glad they're doing that. They're picking the crops faster. It's mid-October, and we have a month and a half left, and we need to do whatever we can. I'm still missing three trucks here, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna start producing our own boards, which is also not a problem, but 29 tons of boards are gonna be required here. I'm just wondering if this guy is gonna go. He already left. He already left for the border to get more boards. Did I miss him? Yeah, he's already loading, so that's fine. I'm gonna let him do the thing that he does. He's already loading. He already loaded his boards. I wanted to send him here because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have we already have all the boards we need for this. I can just increase the number of workers working here, and they're gonna be dealing with this in seconds. I'm gonna see how fast they're gonna be processing this. This is gonna be quite nice, because we're gonna have all the boards we want. As soon as we're missing some boards, this guy is gonna go there, and this is 25 tons a day with the whole storage of 50 tons here. They're gonna be processing 35 tons of logs into 25 tons of boards a day. So they will be fast filling in the truck or whatever he needs. So yeah, and also I don't have to tell them to wait until loaded, just in case if we need those boards, but it's wood. It's next to infinite. It's next to farm, the most infinite resource you have. This is actually infinite. Well, coal is as well. But, you just have to plant some trees, and I rarely did like deforest the whole area that was like empty. Actually, I don't think I ever did. I did reforest it once or twice, but even if I didn't, I don't think I would be losing that many trees. I don't think I would be I would deforest everything. So I don't. I think there's a lot of wood here. This is what I wanted to say. Right, there's gonna be a storage area next to it sooner or later. I'm gonna avoid it for now. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. We're done here. So let me find the wood guy, wood carrier, and tell them like this. From now on, you're not going to the border crossing, and you're gonna go here, load all the boards you can, and just wait until loaded, because it shouldn't take too long. That's it. I think we're done here. I think we're done with our self-sufficiency board-wise, which is not really, it's not. I'm not trying to impress anybody. It's not impressive. But also, on the other hand, this tells me that we have this extra wood here now. And we can start on our coal production from wood, which is something that I was interested in. And it doesn't have to be close to here. We can leave these wood resources as they are. But why to spread out the collection? Maybe I should just go for wood kilns around here. How much would they cost? Sorry, charcoal kilns. So this is what I'm interested in. Of course, this wood cutting post has only one industrial connection, so we can't really connect it to anywhere else. Of course, there's a possibility of forklifts, but I don't want to go into that rabbit hole. I don't think forklifts are that good. Okay, continuing on with the charcoal kilns, we can have our own. Well, this it doesn't look too bad, like somewhere around here. And how much did we say this will cost? Ooh, 15,000. And what do you actually use? Oh, even steel. That's gonna be interesting. Let me just buy another truck over here. We're kind of closing in on what I wanted to have here. The problem is, like I said before, if I go overboard with this, these trucks have 40-ton capacity, and as soon as this one is empty, he's gonna leave here, go to the border, and reload. And reloading 40 tons of steel, it's a lot. It's gonna be 20,000 rubles or something. And with this financial situation, if he does that, we're literally screwed. But I don't think this costs as much. I already checked, it's like 5 tons or something, so we can start with charcoal kilns. These charcoal kilns will be used for, I'm thinking, heating and brick production. It does require 40 tons of bricks though. Okay, let's check one more time bricks. We said 7.5 tons of wood, and this creates 5 tons of coal from 10 tons of wood. So we have 10 tons of wood into 5 tons of coal. Okay, and let's see this brick production thingy that we have. Where is it? Where are you? Who are you? I don't know. I don't know where it is. Let me see. We have their small kilns. They're probably here all the way in the end. Here we go. So we have this one and this one. This one needs 7.5 tons of wood to get 3 tons of bricks. This one produces the same amount for less than that coal. So we can have, does it have conveyor belt? Yeah, that's what it needs, conveyor belt, to speed this up. So is it 7.5 tons of wood, or is it 2.5 tons of coal? It's 2.5 tons of coal, definitely, because, yeah, let's do this. Okay, how much do you cost? Oh, both of them are affordable. So, but this is, if we created this is it. This is the end game. This is we are done with coal self-sufficiency for heating. We're gonna be done with the. We're gonna be done with. Oh, is it this way or this way? You know what? Let me do this first. Let's upgrade this path because it's one single long. Oh, son of a! Almost did it. And again postponed this here. This is how I roll. This is what I am. Okay, let's postpone this maybe for a next episode. But yeah, I don't want to risk it too much here. We have a lot of stuff to finish here, and maybe it would be pushing it a bit financially. We are close to the border, and I don't want to be. It's too close for my comfort. So let's just leave it as it is. Right. So let's weather this storm first, and let's see. Gravel-wise, we're doing great. We're doing, well, better than great. On other fronts, we are not so, well, great. So yeah, let's do the gravel upgrade here. That should be enough. And then let's go for gravel upgrade of this one here. This is for the second quarry. That's perfect. And can we do some gravel upgrades around here? We have this path that is not really... Yeah, this path is not being used. And the other side of this path as well. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. I'm happy with this. We're gonna create another gravel access to the city. We're gonna create gravel access to our industrial zone without it having a lot of problems. We are not using any boards, so this guy here is gonna stay for a while. It's not gonna be bothered by this. The only problem is if this one runs out of fuel, which is an option, but hey ho, wait. And that's it. So yeah, this is not too bad. The city is upgraded fully, path-wise. The city is almost overpopulated, so we're gonna have to start on our housing. This is gonna be good because the housing is gonna create more workplaces, but we have to be mindful about the kindergartens and stuff. I'm gonna create kindergartens a little bit on the outskirts of the city, so we keep the city center or whatever we want to call it as you know, people zone. Let me try to start with these houses. I'm very happy to start. We're gonna have industrial zone here, but I don't really like. I can't really care about people and their health. How cruel that does sound. We need to expand. We need to expand, and thinking about the pollution and stuff, it's not something that we want to do right now. Where is you? I think I shuffled something. I think I removed some mods and it reshuffled a bit. So let's level this. Let's level this to this. All right. Of course, we don't have any excavators because they're all working on the roads. But that's fine. This road especially is looking good. Good prospects here. These roads are already being constructed as well. We have our excavator. This one. Sometimes these excavators are being transported. Sometimes they're on their own. Obviously, when the construction is happening, when they're delivering materials, they cannot carry excavators. But I think it's not that arbitrary. It's there's a rule to it. Yeah, there's a rule. How are we doing crop-wise? 1,600 tons. This should be more or less enough for our for the rest of the year until the next season. I'm hoping, even though it's half of the maximum production, but we also have less than a full year until we have a new harvest when it starts, and by then we're gonna have hopefully upgraded all the roads and you know, infrastructure, so it's gonna be you know, much productive. So sometimes in August next year, we need to survive until August, which is still more than half a year, but this is not working on 100%, so I'm having, you know, I'm being hopeful. Right, and you can see the food production already stopped, so that's fine. That's fine. Right. We started a couple of these projects, so I'm gonna have to let them finish it. The next, is it worth buying truck right now? I think it's not. I think I'm not gonna buy a truck now. What I'm going to focus in the last minutes of this episode in creating a second quarry line. So I want to create a second line going to a quarry, so when we are upgrading, they can interchange with each other or whatever. So we will have some kind of gravel security. I don't mind this as we have it, but I understand we're gonna need more. When I start building, there's still a lot of roads I need to upgrade around here, city as well, town. So, and I know that I misspelled this, sorry about this. Sorry, old Gala. Here we go. Misspelled this one. Right, 8 buses, that's fine. You can see that 8 buses, they keep them pretty high in productivity, on productivity scale, so I'm fine with that. You can see that food production is not ideal, it's not so high, but that's fine. I can lower the food production by a little bit, just a little bit, so we can have more livestock, because livestock is more important, and obviously so we don't have to buy more trucks for food production, for exporting food. We can do, and probably we will, and probably that's going to be a next episode when the first snow is going to fall soon in seconds. The temperatures are below freezing, and the crops actually halved. I know, and actually it looks like they halved twice, because there were 7 7.5, around 7.5 around here tons. So yeah, as soon as freezing starts, your crops start to rot. So it's not only a snow thing. Okay, we have a little bit more money, and I'm waiting for this to be finished so we can start on a second. You know what? I'm not gonna start on the second pad here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna disrupt the whole gravel chain here. As soon as we have 2 other roads done, and they are done, we're gonna start on this. We're gonna start on this big pad here. And as soon as this is done, are you done? You need 1 ton of gravel, which is on the way here. Perfect. And we're gonna start on the second one as well. This path, and just be done with it. Here we go. There we go. All of them disappeared. All of them are gonna be trapped. Our trucks. I'm just worried that if any trucks went to the... yeah, here we go. Oh, no, this is a coal one. So soon we're gonna utilize these 2 trucks that we have over here. We're gonna send them to a second quarry as soon as this is upgraded. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be in this episode. I'm kind of optimistic because we are done with all the road upgrades. You can see that these are... Oh, here we go. Here's a season to be jolly. I don't even know how the words go. But yeah, anyway, snow season started in this game. That's not a good news. That means slow traffic. Fields are done. Actually, they're not done, but they're gonna be done soon. We still have some vehicles here and there, but yeah, they only started clearing the snow. That's more or less game over, season over. 1,800, just under 2,000 tons left. By the way, bear in mind that we were... What? Oh yeah. My heart stops every time I read buildings without power supply, because as soon as power starts flowing to this republic, we're done. That's game over. We can wait for a few seconds for all the trucks to come to the border if we have any exports, but if we don't have our own electricity, that's a problem. I'm thinking about it. We have high prospects for electricity production on our own, especially we have this small coal-powered heating plant. If we can start on this. I think this is not the worst idea ever. You can see how much, look at this, and their bulldozers are working here, and this is a storage. We have 200 tons of gravel, which is more than enough for the roads here, 23 and 42, and this is a short distance for them to deliver this, and they're doing it. Before we expand this industrial zone, and we will expand this industrial zone, this is in a perfect location. We have a bus stop here. They're in walking distance to practically anywhere. We're gonna have more industries here. Before we expand this, we need to upgrade all the roads. I don't care. I don't give our access. For the future railroad production, well, railroad lines, railroad is here, and I intentionally left this path here for this sole purpose. This side was for power lines. As you can see that they are fitting fine. It would be nice that they can go over the fields, but they're fitting nicely here, and this is all for railroads. So we're gonna slowly remove petrol gas station from here. It can be anywhere, it doesn't matter. Actually, I'm gonna put it closer to the farming area. Well, close to farming area around here would be fine. And I'm gonna have to start with new fuel stations as well. I mean, like, we have one here, but it's gonna be needed here as well. Right, we have a few more minutes, so let's try to make our life a little bit more difficult by making quick decisions that will probably haunt us forever. So what I wanted to do here is this charcoal kiln, but I can assign next to it straight away I can assign... Let's see if this is gonna work. It's a bit long building as well, so it's gonna deform terrain a lot, and I don't like that part. But let's do like this. Let's before we construct this, do this, and then do this, and upgrade this one as well. And then let's go with. Yeah, we can do in 2 pieces. We can do this one, and then charcoal kilns can cut this road in half. So we're gonna have a small truck, one of the trucks, delivering stuff over here. I'm hoping that they can walk here, but no worries. I'm also open to expanding this area a bit. So charcoal kilns are gonna be creating charcoal. I don't know if you guys know how this works, but charcoal is the coal made out of wood. How it works: if you burn the wood and deprive it of air, this wood will burn, but without air, it's gonna turn the wood into calorie-dense thing called coal. Well, that was a little bit condescending, sorry about that, but it's gonna turn wood into coal. It's basically that. And then we're gonna have this kiln here, and we have still, I'm hoping, and this is gonna be tricky if they're gonna be able to walk all the way here. But let's start on this. Yeah, okay, let's put our backs to the wall and have the construction industry covered, minus the prefab panels, which we're gonna need for trains, for railroads. We can use boards, but I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna try to invest in better infrastructure from the beginning, and that's gonna be electric trains. I'm 99% sure we're gonna bite the bullet and go with electric straight away. I would like to focus on that. That means probably, not initially, it doesn't have to be, but probably sooner or later it's going to be a power plant. Maybe initially as well, but I don't mind building electricity hoses from the border and importing to our railroad grid the electricity directly, so that's an option as well. So there you go. We put our backs to the wall, where we're gonna be producing our own boards and bricks. We'll see for the will that cover the whole Alaska, the whole country, but that's about it. This is what this is the plan for now. Now let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this? Do you like the idea? Do you like where this is going? I'm actually quite happy, and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna go in this direction, and it's gonna be fine. Now don't forget to answer in the comment section, do you think we should keep this layout of the city with this old wooden mod, or should I go out with the old, in with the new, old bricks and stuff? Bear in mind that this heating plant can only bear so much before it runs on a maximum capacity. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. If you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.